first one. So this left-hand one was kind of your before, okay? So as you go back, your right and your left arm now aren't really hinging. The club is almost still in line, as you can see there, with your forearm. So you haven't really hinged. You've kind of more slid to the side. Yes. And then what happens is, as momentum kind of kicks in, then you start hinging now. But the thing is, now you're adding an angle into that golf club. So when you come back to the ball, you can almost see your hands kind of rising up here, body sort of rising up, which sort of you just going to sort of send this way out to the left, right here somewhere with this motion, because you've taken your hands, you've gone back here, and then you've added angle. So it's almost like a sort of cricket cover drive type shot, okay? So in terms of setup, we've got to try and make sure we go through the practice and the sort of movements of that. When you're not hitting golf balls, this is kind of the area you hit the golf ball from. When you're practicing, you're over here hitting your practice swings, okay? So you're separate away from where the shot's going to be. So you're not thinking over the ball, trying, oh my God, do I do it? Because the more you think over here, it's a disaster, You're better off almost saying, okay, think nothing, just swing and hit it. And do your old swing that was functional, but then practice the new movement away from the ball and in time try and implement that bit by bit. Okay. I think from a setup perspective, start with your feet together. Yeah. I think you were sort of conscious of getting your toes square, getting the ball correct and stuff. And in reality, the ball needs positions obviously your left shoulder, left armpit area. Okay, so build that sequence in. You can see the grip there is better with your left thumb now just to the right of centre. That's good. That's going to help square the club face up. Okay. You practice the hinge, in terms of takeaway. And then when we step up into the golf ball, now we're going, okay, I'm going to set the golf ball, get the club face in the right position, and then hope the hinge kicks in. Now, if you watch this swing here now as we go back, there's a bit more of a hinge there as we've gone back than there was on that one there, okay? And as you go back a bit further here now, there you go. There's a bit more hinge going in the back. So now as we start coming back to the golf ball, we're not actually gaining more wrist hinge. We're just unwinding and throwing the club back to the golf ball and finishing. But that's you trying the ball left, you see, because you know the ball's going to go right, you try and swing it left with your arms, Okay. And that's innate. Until your ball starts curving right to left, that will not disappear. But the way it's going to start going more right to left is having a better grip and hinging correctly. And then if you do this movement, it will start going left. This sort of tucked up movement now with the elbows and the arms is just somebody trying to hit the golf ball left. And the thing is, the more the handle of the club goes left, the more the ball goes right. It's like a basic. If that's aiming square towards you here now, if I'm swinging this way and this tries to go that way more, this can't go around that way. So if I pull that in this direction, this is going to be left behind, and that lends the club hitting the ball out to the right, the ball then going right. And because the ball goes right, people then end up falling back on their heels. They're trying to just hit it as far left as they possibly can. And the question I always ask people, it's not a trick question to try and catch people out, but what's hitting the golf ball? This thing down here is hitting the golf ball. People try to aim their feet further left. They'll try and swing it further left, swing their arms further left, put their shoulders further left. They'll sort of set it this way. All the things they try to send it left curves it further right, Okay. So we can get yourself in that good setup initially with that better left-hand grip. Get used to swishing the club. If you haven't got these things, just turn your club upside down. Make it an upside-down grip, sort of away from the head of the golf club, and just swish it upside down. Hear the swish of that club, because this movement here now, if I said to you now swing this stick with your arms like this and tuck them up here, you'd barely make a sound. If I swing this now, listen, won't make any sound, am I? If I that way, I can get some sound. If I pull up, the sound's gone. So practice making sound, which will take away any thought. You're not going to think, how do I make sound? You're just going, okay, I'm just going to swish this as fast as I can. And I think that'll start creating the movement. The way you got to think of it, when you hit golf balls, that's not practice. That's testing. Your practice is whether you've actually made a good movement to the side, away from the ball, thinking about that hinge, thinking about that swish, etc., and then we go in and we test it. Has the golf ball gone where I want to go? If it curves off to the right, go back and do more practice, Don't just keep testing and testing and testing like a little science experiment. You go, okay, just keep pouring more and more stuff in, and eventually, explodes and goes wrong, doesn't it? So setup is going to be key. I think from a grips position, if we look at the two sort of comparisons here on this thing now, your grip on that, the fact I can just about see the top of the grip there over your left hand means your left hand was too far round this way to the left hand side, getting that left hand, so your left hand's got to get a bit that move there, so your left palm effectively faces down more, so I'm holding that club my palm is more this way as opposed to that way. And that's going to help you square the club face up a lot more, yeah? You tend to want to take your left hand, partly because you put the ball forward, you opened your shoulders to reach this ball position you were trying to get. So you were setting up like this. It'd be very hard to do that. It'd hurt in your shoulder and your elbow. So this is always going to be where you've got to get yourself this way more. It'll make your left hand sit better on that club. Okie dokie?
Yeah.